Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Ferdinand, Indiana to visit my good buddy Joey Longy and check out a couple more cars from his extensive muscle car collection. Now, Joey's all about muscle, but he's also all about low production number, uniquely optioned vehicles. But this time, I wanted to look at a couple of the most unsung muscle cars ever, and they're AMCs. That's right, AMCs. The 69 SC Rambler and the 70 Rebel Machine. Now, these are really wild cars, and they pack a lot more punch than most people realize. I think you'll be amazed. Joey, great to see you again, man.
Good to see you, Dennis.
You know, I love coming out here. You have such cool cars. And you're really, you're a hardcore muscle car guy.
Yes.
Mostly Mopars?
I started out with Mopars. I had buddies, they like Mopars, so I started out with Mopars, and then basically I just like them all.
But with you also, you like kind of low production number, rarely optioned cars. That's what almost your whole collection is.
Correct, yes.
And I think the only two AMCs in your entire collection are the two that I wanted to look at today. The 70 Machine, the 69 SC Rambler. These things are some of the least understood muscle cars I think that were ever built.
I agree.
They're oddball cars too. Why did you go after these?
These are the ones that had the 390s in them. Scrambler had the 390, and the Machine 70 had the 390. Basically, they're a muscle car.
Yeah. So let's talk about this baby. This is a 70 Rebel Machine, and they only made it in 70.
Yep, 1 year.
1 year only. And when I think of these things, I was in high school back then, and I remember a guy in town showed up with one of these, and it was just the wildest looking thing around. And I fell in love with it back then, and you don't see them very often.
Either one.
This was a low production too. They only made, what?
2,500?
2,500? But this paint scheme was, when you saw this thing, you knew it was a Rebel Machine. And some of the front is almost like, it's really tape.
It's like a taped on chrome. Except for the bumper, but
yeah,
in here, yes.
Yeah. And then the red, white, and blue there, which is, I think, a pretty subtle addition. And it's all iridescent because those, I remember seeing them under headlights, and those, just reflect like crazy. It was like a street sign or something. And what a weird hood scoop the thing had. It's just an odd shape, and it had the tack. The tack. I mean, does this one even work?
Nope.
Nope. And they were surprisingly competitive. These things could turn low 14s right off of the showroom floor.
Line. Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
This one is set up for drag racing. I think it's more muscle, street muscle.
It was street muscle, whereas the SC was really, that thing was built to drag.
It's built to drag race, yes.
But this was, it had the high back buckets, and that red, white, and blue armrest that's how it came. Her shifter was stock, and I'd forgot what a stark dash it had.
Yeah, you can see how fast you're going.
Well, you really can't miss it, you really couldn't miss it. But there wasn't a lot else, there's an awful lot of aluminum there with not much interrupting it. Cool body style, and I think, the Mopar guys will kind of give this thing a pass because it does look a little bit Mopar. But
big.
this is also, when you get right here in this quarter, you get some Talladega.
Yeah, I think so too, back in this back end.
Yeah. And this was the stock striping package, which is actually a tape package, right?
Actually a tape.
The Machine. And the Machine, this baby had the 390 with 345
340 horse, yes.
Let's go look at that baby.
All right.
So functional ram air.
Yes.
With kind of like Mopar, was it a vacuum?
Yeah, I think
door?
it actually is vacuum.
Uh-huh.
There's a little lever open up.
And that really is a small block. That is not a big engine.
Yeah, AMC never made a big block.
Nope, but they got a lot of power out of these things. And these things were competitive. I mean, they turned times that Hemi Cudas, or 440s, were the only things that were kind of competitive. And people didn't realize. Part of it was they're so darn light.
Yes, that's what I think so. And they really ran high 13s, 14 flat.
At 100 miles, 104 miles per hour. But she looks, it looks pretty original.
Yep, this in here's got the actually original pumps, which this is pretty rare here too. I know systems here where.
And that's the block color that the AMC had in that year?
Yep.
Man. It just looks awesome. So how does this one run? Does she run pretty good?
She runs great.
Can we take it out?
Yes, we can.
Can I drive it?
You bet.
All right, dude. Close that baby up. I love that sound. Man, listen to those low notes. How are the brakes on this car?
Fine.
Fine. Okay.
She runs good.
Yeah, she does. Well, she's pretty out here, man. You live in a nice place, Joey.
Yep.
Nice part of the country.
All the leaves just turned in the past couple of weeks.
Boy, the blue off that hood sure looks nice, too. I love the 3 stripes right in the grill there in the intake.
And the front.
Yep. Get the sun just right and they come alive. That's probably the boxiest scoop they ever put on a car.
Big.
It is big.
Wide.
And then with that extra kick up over here for the tack.
Yep.
I wonder if those hood tacks ever really work.
But most of my other cars do. I try
Do they really?
I try to get it working. I think.
Are they electronic even on the other cars, or are they cable? They're electronic. Yeah.
Yes.
I see some black marks in the roads around here. Those aren't yours, are they?
They could be.
Mind if I light it up a little bit?
Yeah, light her up.
Wow. It gets there fast. Quite a sound that this baby has, too.
Yeah, you get the 4-barrel kick in, eh? Take it off.
Tell you, Joey, the machine's a blast, but let's take that baby out.
Let's take the Scrambler.
Let's do some scrambling. That machine is a great car.
Rides nice, don't
It
it?
rides and it handles so nice. You know, I mean, I'd always read that they were really good, you know, boulevard cruisers, street machines, and it's just a beautiful driving car.
Nice power steering in it.
Yeah. Now the '69 SC Rambler is a little bit more raw.
Yes.
I mean, it was built to go drag racing.
It's built to drag race. Actually, this car was an old drag race.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
So it's seen some action.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think most of them did because they actually created this car to fit a particular class to
Yes.
run in. And
Yep.
most of these things went right from the showroom to the strip.
Go straight to the strip. Yep.
So how many of these they make?
Around 1,500.
1,500. And there's 2 different paint schemes, and I figured it was, you know, one was 1 year and one was another year, but they were only built in '69. There were 2 different schemes, an A and a B.
A and a B.
So this is the,
This is the A scheme.
okay, and it was differentiated because what?
It has the red, white, and blue, and has the stripe that goes up to the top.
Now the B scheme, it didn't have this red. It was mostly white, smaller stripes, I think.
Yes.
But it didn't have,
Didn't have the arrow.
you know, it's such a funky looking scoop. It just looks weird.
Yeah, you take it to a show and everybody thinks you made it.
Like, because they're pretty raw looking. It does look like a homemade scoop, but that again was
I
the,
think it sets the car off.
yeah, oh yeah. Very lightweight car too.
Short, boxy.
Yeah, and this baby was a collaboration, like so many cars were back then, between Hurst and AMC. They
Correct.
took the cars, sent them from
Sent 'em-
Kenosha basically over to Detroit.
And Hurst put the 4 speeds in them, and
I know they changed some things about the fenders because they wanted to put bigger tires and what they do?
they rolled the fenders in.
Yeah, that would have been flat otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the interior on
Yep.
all of them. This is exactly what you got. Charcoal gray vinyl. And again, the red, white, and blue headrests were stock. They, again, look like sort of add-ons. But I'll tell you otherwise, That is one real Rambler dash.
Yep.
They were Hurst shifter T10 Borg Warners, but you got something beefier in there. What's that deal?
This is just the old drag racer, so it's made to go straight.
Well, one of the interesting things is because back in the day they all went fast in a straight line, but they actually built this thing to stop. It's got front discs on it, which is kind of amazing. And these mirrors look like the same that were on early Hurst Olds.
I think they call them the sport mirror.
Man, it is a cool looking car. I think I've only seen a couple of these at shows over the last several years. I mean, they're even more rare than the machine.
Yes, you just don't. I don't know. You don't see a lot of them.
Love the paint scheme though. I mean, the Magnum 500's painted blue on the wheels.
Yep.
Cheers. When you were looking for the car, were you looking for the particular scheme?
I was looking for the A.
You wanted the A.
Yeah.
So the 390 under the hood, 315 horse from the factory. Let's go look at that.
All right.
Well, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
So pretty much functional ram air again.
Yep.
Same block. Now, this one looks like it's been worked on a bit.
Yeah, this one's been drag raced, so got the headers on there.
Even though these were built to drag right off the showroom floor, this one's been breathed on to make it even a little tougher.
Yep.
So 315 stock, what do you think you got here?
I don't know, but I'm say they got another 75 horsepower out of it.
On a car that's about 3,000 pounds, maybe 3,100.
Yep, she runs nice.
Yeah, I'll bet. It's an interesting place for the oil filter in these. The pump must be off to the side, and
You had to get it, I guess, to get it around the block the way it looks.
yeah, sure is. So she's running good too. It's made for strip, but she'll do street.
Oh yeah,
Can we take this one out?
you bet.
Can I drive this one too?
You bet.
You the man. Close her up. I'll get this one.
Lock these up.
All right, let's do this thing. This one's a little rowdier, right?
Yes.
It's a little rowdier. All right. Ooh, she sounds rowdier. Just got to give it some RPMs there to get it going.
Geared a lot higher also.
She's louder too. It kind of just wants to go. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Takes a while to get used to that shifter. That's a real drag shifter, isn't it?
Yeah, you just go straight forward and straight back.
Holy cow, Joey. You need to drive this car with a certain degree of respect.
Yes.
This really isn't a street car. This really is a drag car.
It is.
And these roads is like a roller coaster too.
Yeah, we're pretty hilly in southern Indiana.
It's got that almost Flowmaster sound to it. This thing's also a lot stiffer sprung. You know, you feel everything in the road.
Yeah.
The machine was like, it smoothed out the bumps. You feel them in this car.
You feel them in here, yeah.
You feel everything in this car. You got a lightweight car with an incredible power to weight ratio. This thing was hot.
Yeah. They did good.
This is even the original headliner in this. These were paper, weren't they?
Yeah, they made them out of paper, and I guess they stamped them.
Wild.
What do they call that?
Checkerboard square.
Checkerboard square, yeah.
That'd be hard to replace. I think there aren't many of these cars around because they were just used up.
Yeah, they wrecked them probably.
our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring.